There are cars that look beautiful, there are cars that feel expensive, and then there are cars like the 2025 Mercedes-Benz SL, cars that don't just exist, but announce themselves the moment they hit the road. Because this isn't just another luxury convertible. This is Mercedes saying, we're done playing safe. It's time to remind the world who built the SL legend. The 2025 SL returns with sharper edges, louder confidence, and that unmistakable German arrogance that practically screams, "Move, I'm coming through." But here's the truth most people don't realize. This car didn't appear out of nowhere. It's the result of a huge internal war inside Mercedes, a war between nostalgia and the future, between the effortless cruising heritage of the old SL and the brutal hybrid performance Mercedes-AMG wants to dominate the next decade. And the SL55 and SL63, they're just the beginning. Because the real monster, the one that turns this legendary convertible into a supercar with a roof that disappears, is the upcoming SL hybrid system, a setup so aggressive that Mercedes engineers themselves admitted we had to calm it down. But first, let's talk presence, because when the SL pulls up, it doesn't ask for attention, it steals it. The long hood stretches out like a runway, the wide rear fenders make the car look ready to pounce, and the front end? Sharp, clean, minimal. No unnecessary decorations, no cheap tricks, just a confident stare that says, yes, I'm expensive, and I know it. The headlights wrap around with this predatory expression, almost like the car is judging everything else on the road. The grille sits right between classic roadster styling and modern AMG aggression, creating one of the cleanest designs Mercedes has made in years. No overdone curves, no messy lines, just purpose. But design is only half the story, because the SL's true transformation happens when you hit start. The twin-turbo V8 wakes up with that signature AMG thunder, deep, muscular, unapologetic. It's the kind of sound you don't hear, you feel. And when you put your foot down, the SL doesn't rush, it surges, like it has something to prove, like it's tired of people calling it a luxury cruiser and wants to remind you it's a weapon. Mo-100 happens in under 4 seconds. The torque pins you back. The car doesn't hesitate, it just launches. But here's the crazy part. The SL isn't designed to be a track monster. Not really. Its real power is how it bends luxury and performance into one identity. Because Mercedes didn't want the SL to be a hardcore sports car, they wanted it to feel like a private jet that can drift. The interior proves it. You sit low, wrapped in premium leather, surrounded by ambient lighting that feels like it came straight out of a high-end lounge. The vertical center screen tilts depending on sunlight, because Mercedes knows you'll be driving this with the roof down, showing off, and that's exactly where the SL becomes emotional. You're not just driving it, you're experiencing it. The wind hits you differently, the engine sounds richer, the entire world feels slower, calmer, more cinematic. The 2025 SL isn't just a car, it's a lifestyle you step into. But behind the elegance there's a storm coming, because Mercedes is preparing an SL variant that will break rules, an SL that isn't just powerful, but controversial. A plug-in hybrid SL with more than 800 horsepower, and people inside the company are calling it the most extreme SL ever made. This isn't rumor, this isn't marketing hype, this is real, and Mercedes engineers have already tested early prototypes. Imagine the classic SL silhouette, but hiding a Formula One-inspired hybrid system underneath, instant electric torque, a boosted V8, and acceleration that could embarrass supercars double its price. Some purists hate it, some are excited, everyone has an opinion, and this tension, this clash between old-school luxury and next-generation power is what makes the 2025 SL the most fascinating version ever created. Because for the first time in years, Mercedes isn't playing it safe, they're taking risks, they're trying things, they're pushing the SL's identity to limits it has never touched before. And whether you like the direction or not, you can't deny something big is happening. The SL is evolving, fast, aggressively, fearlessly, and we're only getting started. The evolution of the 2025 Mercedes SL isn't just about specs or styling, it's about identity. Because for decades, the SL lived in a strange space. Too luxurious to be a hardcore sports car, too powerful to be just a cruiser, too iconic to be ignored. And for a while, that confused people. But now Mercedes has finally embraced what the SL truly is. A grand touring performance machine, built for people who refuse to blend in. Let's talk about what makes this generation stand apart. The chassis isn't borrowed from the old SL, or the S-Class, or the AMG GT. This is an all-new platform, built specifically for a car like this, lightweight, stiff, and engineered to balance comfort with razor-sharp handling. Every bolt, every panel, every structural line was placed with a single purpose: make the SL feel alive. Drive it slow, and it melts into the background like a luxury yacht cruising through calm water. Push it hard and it reacts instantly, with precise steering and a planted stance that gives you confidence even at frightening speeds. And that soft top roof, people doubted it at first. They wanted the old retractable hardtop, but the engineers knew what they were doing. The soft top reduces weight, lowers the center of gravity, and transforms the car's entire personality. The moment the roof folds down in just 15 seconds, the SL turns from a grand tourer into a pure open-air experience. It's not a compromise, it's an upgrade disguised as nostalgia. Inside the cabin, Mercedes didn't try to reinvent the wheel, they refined it. Premium leather wraps around the seats, the dash, the doors, everything you touch feels expensive. The ambient lighting breathes with soft transitions, giving the car a lounge-like atmosphere at night. And the 11.9-inch center touchscreen? It tilts automatically so the sun doesn't wash out the display while you're cruising with the top down. It's small details like that which remind you, this is still Mercedes. They still care about comfort as much as performance. But here's the thing that really separates this SL from the ones before it. It doesn't chase perfection. It doesn't try to be the fastest, or the most luxurious, or the most hardcore. Instead, it aims for something much more powerful: emotional impact. The SL makes you feel something. It makes every drive memorable. It makes simple moments cinematic. You could be driving down a quiet coastline or a crowded city, but the SL creates its own atmosphere. The V8 rumbling behind you, the wind rushing past, the world slowing down just a little bit. It's the kind of car that turns everyday life into a movie scene. And that's exactly why the next step in its evolution is so interesting. Because while the current SL55 and SL63 are impressive, Mercedes is already preparing a version that will rewrite what the SL badge means forever: a plug-in hybrid AMG SL with supercar-level performance. Not 500 horsepower, not 600, but over 800 horsepower, combining the force of a twin-turbo V8 with instant electric torque. Think about that for a second. A convertible with this much power, with this much heritage, with this much presence. It's unheard of. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a shift in philosophy. It signals that Mercedes is ready to push the SL into territories it never dared explore. And of course, people are arguing about it. Hardcore purists don't want hybrid systems touching their beloved V8. Younger buyers love the idea of electric boost and insane acceleration. And Mercedes? Mercedes is watching all of it and building the car they believe the future demands. Because the SL has always evolved. From the lightweight race cars of the 1950s, to the luxury cruisers of the 90s, to the more performance-focused models of today. Now it's entering a new era, one where efficiency and brutality live side by side, and the 2025 model is the bridge between them. The car you see today is beautiful, fast, refined, but it's also a warning shot, a preview of what the next chapter looks like, a hint that Mercedes is done playing small. The design is sharper than before, the technology is smarter, the driving dynamics are more balanced. Everything you feel behind the wheel is intentional, engineered to tell you that the SL isn't fading away. It's evolving, it's rising, it's preparing for its next transformation. And if this generation is any indication, the SL's future is about to get very, very loud. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Mercedes SL, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. It helps the channel grow, lets us bring you even more cinematic car breakdowns, and make sure you never miss the next episode. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.